Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Just having myself a cup of coffee. You can see one of my old paintings on the easel. And what I'm doing at the moment is painting over old paintings while relaxing. I don't recommend this. It can make your eyes go a bit boggly because you start looking at your old picture. And you might have a sentiment to the old picture and you don't want to ruin it. But I don't. I want to ruin it because I want to paint something amazing on top. So I've got this picture that I took when I was out walking. If you want to take a still of that on your computer so you can print out your own reference picture if you need to. Or you can just pause it there and have a look at it. So yeah, well, we've got this here. So I really like the light on it. I've become a painter that looks for light now. I'm always looking for different lighting setups and things, and I just really liked it. And yeah, I took the photo. I was like, yes, that'll make an amazing picture. Can't wait to paint that. And now's the time. So I'll show you the palette of colour that I've got. Got a few colours: titanium white, sap green, ultramarine blue. Might need more of that. Only put a little blob on there. Burnt umber, cadmium red, cadmium yellow. That's proper cadmium red. Artist quality, so it's really strong. And that's just cheapo cadmium yellow. It's it's a hue. I'm sure it's a hue, in fact. And that's phthalo green. Yeah. So there we go. So I need a brush. So I'm thinking first. I'm thinking two things actually. The first thing I'm looking at is this real dark colour here. Look how dark it is. On the photo it's black. So I'm thinking about that colour. Let's just move that over there. I might move it here and there just so I can see it. I'll have a bit more of my drink. Gotta keep hydrated, and I don't want it to go cold. Right, brushes. Just gonna wipe them. Like I've said before, I don't clean my brushes anymore. I just give them a wipe. Because I dip them in some linseed oil mixed with clove oil. Quite a few drops of clove oil. And then I just dip my brushes in every time I do some painting. That way it stops my brushes from drying out. And everything is good. Might do the sky first. Yeah. It's quite a light sky, so it's some blue. Nice homemade ultramarine blue. I like to show off a bit because I made my own paint. It's exciting. It's exciting when you can use your own paints. I don't think the paint sellers like it though. Yeah, so that's quite nice. Nice sky blue. It's probably about right. Yeah, it's about right. It'll do. So we'll slop that on. What I forgot to do. Usually I will get a bit of tape or blue tack. Depends what I got handy. But I've got this tape handy at the moment. And just stick a bit behind. Stop it from moving too much. Da, 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 da. So we enjoy our painting, we're having fun. I was sat down watching the telly and I thought, I'm never going to get better at painting watching the TV. How am I going to become the great master that I want to be? Thinking about people like Van Gogh. How did he get so good? By painting and painting. Or Monet. How do you get as good as Monet? Well, you got to paint, haven't you? So I was like, I'll watch a little bit more TV, and then I thought, right, I'm going to get up now. I'm going to get up, get the paints out. I'll film myself so I can put it on YouTube just to remind you that the channel's still open. There's still someone putting videos out. He hasn't gone to sleep. Not completely. So I'm classed as a key worker at the moment, so I have to make sure that I go to work. I know some people out there are not, and maybe you've got more time to do paintings, and this might give you a bit of inspiration to get going and do some painting. So I've got a bit of darker blue in there, and then it gives me the chance to create these cloud effects. Because if you just had it all the same light blue, you wouldn't be able to see the cloud effect, because it would be blue. That's it's one of the things you got to play with colour, play with tone. We need to get rid of this old boat. Old rusty boat that I painted a while ago. It's on YouTube actually. I think it was a collaboration one. Collaborated with Clive from Clive 5 Art. Another painter that admires the masters. You've got to really, haven't you? The work that they've done is just amazing. How can you not admire him? It's good to have inspiration, isn't it? Whether it's Monet, Van Gogh, Turner, maybe you're more into Picasso. Whoever's your favourite constable, Thomas Gainsborough, Alfred Munnings, some of my favourites they are. There we go, quite like that. I might mix things up a little bit up here, a bit more blue. Get sort of an arrow in a way, sort of going down like that. Maybe a bit more. Sort of a bit of a thing. Bit of white paint, and we can put our little cloud that's there. So you can't see the clouds unless there's some blue, you see. There we go. I quite like that. I think that might be enough. Then we can stop moving on. You can see my really rough chalk sketch. I've just sort of quickly chalked in where I think the lights are. Whereabouts they are anyway. Don't want to be too strict, really. I'm always thinking loose thoughts, loose painting, not too strict. Don't want to be too strict. It's like being back at school. You don't want to feel like that, do you? I certainly don't. Didn't do that great at school, so it's not where I want to be. Not in my imagination, not while I'm painting. I like to think of nice places. I like to think of my happy thought, not my nightmares. School was my nightmare. So I don't really learn in a conventional way, I don't think. I don't believe anyway. My mind wants to break things down too much. So if someone starts telling me a load of stuff, I want to know exactly. I want to know exactly what you mean. I want to know background information, why you're saying that. So yeah, when you're learning, that can be a bit awkward because they might not have all that information, and if they don't, well, I don't want to know then. I don't want to know. So you come to realise that as you get a bit older. Not that I'm really old or anything, but you know what I mean. Yeah. After you've finished the old school thing, you start learning more about yourself, what kind of mind you've got. Funny, isn't it? Let's see. I've got some quite light here. So we don't want to put too much paint on at this stage. I'm not sure if I said that. You want it to be quite thin. Scrub it on. You don't want too much on. You don't want it to be really thick because we can change this. We can make differences. We want to be able to do that. I'm just trying to avoid some of the highlighted bits. I'm not too worried about the rest. Just want to save my highlights. Scrub in the dark. The dark is sap green, red, brown, blue. It's quite a warmer one at the moment. I think I'll go a bit warmer just down this area. Like I said, you're just scrubbing in. Not a care in the world. Getting rid of this boat in the sea. Clearing the path for a new painting. See, I did quite like that painting, but there was something missing that made it a good painting. And no, I am not accepting mediocre paintings anymore. See, I'm always trying to better myself. I can't accept mediocreness anymore. I only want to accept paintings that I look at and go, God, yes. That's what I wanted to paint. That's what I wanted to show. And then I bring out the Jason Bowen Awards and I award myself a gold star. And I say, "Well done, Jason, that was brilliant. You're the best ever." And then I go about my day. Throwing in a bit more green there, a bit more green. If you watched my last episode with sunny country path, you'll know some of the techniques that I used in that I'm going to use in this as well. You'll recognise them. Right, time for another drink. So this, what I'm doing now, they call it blocking in. You're blocking in paint. And why block in paint, I hear you ask? I mean, what's the point? Why don't you just paint straight up? Well, you could do that. I'm not saying you couldn't. I certainly am not saying you couldn't, because you could. But what I am saying is, the reason I do this blocking in method is it makes things easier for the next stage, and you can kind of painting the whole painting, and you're imagining how it's going to look in your own mind as you're blocking it in, and that makes things easier. So I'm using the reference mainly, but I'm not constricting myself. I can be free as a bird. Swiping my brush. Free as a bird. Enjoy it. Not worry, be happy, and be free. No constriction, no constriction. I've got two brushes now. Two brushes. So what I wanted is a slightly darker one this side. I'm just going to break that up a little bit. Remember to keep some dark though. Can be a battle at times, keeping that light, keeping that dark, and see how quiet I went. Quiet as a mouse. See, there's a light bit here. Okay, sit back and have a look at that. Like I said, we're building this up, building it up. trying to think about the tree, what kind of tree it is, and think about that as you're putting your brush strokes in. Fall down there. So I'm going to go into a little bit of different colours as I go. This is just our kind of like a first pass. First pass. Trying to catch some of these areas and then I don't know if you can see a bit of dark, just darken this bit here. Okay, just sit back and have a look at that. Quite like it so far. It's got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go. But I do quite like it so far. Together. Blocking that in, just blocking in, blocking in, blocking in. Blocking in, blocking this area. Go back to my dark brush. Just sit back, have a look at that so far. There's quite a lot of light I can pull out. Fair bit of green down here. There's a bush there. Quite like that. You can see sort of a bush here as well. Always sitting back, always having a look, trying to see what the next move is. Just tapping this in. Tapping is a great way to paint. Okay, so we've blocked all that in. You can't tell there's boats there. Well, a big old rusty boat there anymore. And now I'll go back to my sky brush, pick up a bit of sky. I'll start putting some of that sky. And if you get some green on your brush, just wipe it on a piece of paper or on something so you haven't got a lot horrible greeny colour on your brush, like when I do this. See, I sort of turn it around and then I just take the end off and then go back into some colour. Another thing is, if you use a lot of colour, a lot of paint, then when you're tapping it in like that, you've got no problems. No problems. See, one of the biggest things is when you're learning to paint is you don't use enough paint. I don't know why. I didn't. I always think about myself when I'm doing episodes, and I say a lot of the stuff over and over because I think, well, it could be your first episode you've watched. You don't know. Might be the first ever painting video. Can you imagine if someone watched one of my videos and thought, wow, I'm going to do some painting? That's great, isn't it? It's great that people would think after watching me, Mr. Mr. Wannabe Painter. Yeah, I've always wanted to be a painter. I always wanted to be a painter. Even when I couldn't paint, I always wanted to be a painter. And I realised that someone without any natural ability, it's going to be hard work. But wait, the more you do it, the better you get. The better you get. It's just like anything. Whatever someone's good at, they've worked really hard to get good at it. All these little details. It's about there, isn't it? I don't know, about there. Yeah, something I noticed when I was out painting. I couldn't believe how many how much light there is through trees. I just couldn't believe it. So much light through them. I just never noticed, I suppose. And I was like amazed. I was sat there going, I can see through trees everywhere. The reason I was so amazed is because I wasn't painting, looking at trees, thinking, wow, they're so, what's the best way of putting it? I wasn't really thinking about the light through the tree, I was thinking about the tree. So it never even crossed my mind. I was just blocking a dark tree. I never really think about it. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm gonna grab just grabbing some yellow and red. Just so you can see a bit of white. Yellow and red. Warmth. It's not quite bright enough yet, but it's not bad. So let's put some of this here. Well, you hold the brush like that, and then I'm just going to use little, just going to pull the brush small amounts. Just let some of that paint just get pulled off. Just sort of letting the paint just pull away. Just letting it pull away. I'm going to lighten that a little bit with some white. Capture some of that there. And there. Fantastic. And a little bit. Where do we want it? I want to go down here, I think. Down here. A little bit along there. Like that, you can see just about. So, when you're doing areas you don't want too much paint coming off, tap your brush and then load with the paint that's left. Then you can get some of these more subtle areas with a little bit of paint. Because not all of it you want to be sticking out. Only some of it. Good bit there. Just touch it at different angles. Okay. Now I want to get this. I want to get this green. This sort of a. Yeah. Sap green on my dirty brush, which has got yellow and red in the sap green. Amazing. Oh, we'll carry on then. So I want. I want a different colour there. Probably this. Just a bit of yellow in with it. In with that colour, probably. And I get those indications of those flowing areas. Anyway, back into our sap green. We've got some big flowy bits going down here. What I'll do is I'll load my brush like that, so I get almost a. I'll pull my paint through it, I almost get a better line. We'll see. I've never painted a Willow before, so this is all guesswork. Just keep sitting back and having a look. Okay. Need to go a bit brighter down this area. I think I'll fill in a few more of these before I go for the bright areas. Remember, these lessons are just ideas you might be able to use. Don't feel like this is it. There's many ways to do a painting, and a lot of people paint differently. So just consider this as an idea, and you could run with it and do something better. Maybe you'll do something absolutely fantastic. See this? There's a subtleness of this, so you can see what's going on, but there's not too much. Because I want to save my lightest bits. I keep sitting back, having a look, see if I like it, see if there's anything I can improve on. I just like to start building myself up as well, going, yes, this is looking great, this is looking great. Might throw in a bit of my phthalo green. I just threw in a bit of phthalo green, just a quick change of green, just for this bush down here. I'll get some green down here as well. Grass. It's got a dark side to it. Okay. Now I think I'll do that bit there. I'll just grab a bit of yellow and red. So I was just tapping a few bits there. Don't want to do too much there. I think that'll do. Right, let's see if we can aim for these lightest lights. Wipe my brush. Right. Some yellow, of course. Yellow. It's going to need white. Just got a little bit of red in it. Yes, that's right. I'm going to put a bit more white in because when we put the paint on, it's going to lose a little bit of its quality. Right, so we'll start here. Yeah, we'll start with this bit. Smooth operation. Sit back, have a look. Always sit back, have a look. Always sitting back, having a look. Bring out those areas. Remember, you're just creating an indication. Like that. Just going to drag that down there. I'm going to start enjoying this too much and then overdo it, so I have to watch myself. Start thinking, oh yeah, that looks good, we'll do some more. I like that. This one that comes down here, it just goes. I like this one as well, it sort of goes. Picking them out, having fun. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. Remember though, don't get rid of all your darks. Keep some of your darks because we want this to look like a really nice. I want it to pop in areas. I'm going to grab a little bit of red in some of it because it's not all the same. I like that. I like the gentleness of it. I like the almost Japanese garden sort of look. sort of not as bright there. I think I'll do the lightest bits first, and then I can come back. This is the lightest up here, isn't it? Just grabbed a little bit of white and red. Yeah. Sit back and have a look at that a sec. I'll go for my other colour and mix that in a bit. I like that. I'm just going to reload my brush. I'm going to go for some really light yellow. I want that bit there to just go through. And here. Some sparkles here and there. Not too many. Just the ones I see there's a bit more light on them. Okay, just wipe that. Grab a little bit of sap green. What I'm thinking is, if I grab some sap green in with that colour, with the yellow, and pull some of these down, that's need a bit of red in it. kind of overdone that bit a little bit. I'll just okay. Don't want to put too many of these. I say that and then I always do it. I think that'll do. I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I've got enough light that I quite like, and I think I'll just stick this bush in now. This bush here. This layer of grass. Just throwing on some yellow. Some yellow. I'll do a bit more yellow than that, I think. And then I don't want it to go too bright because then it'll take off the brightness of the tree, so I want to keep that balance. Back into this colour. Some bushes and things up here. Okay, there's a bit of a greyish. Yellow ochre colour there. Some quick flowers. I just pushed my brush up a little bit there. Using a little bit of white there. Just going to separate some of this. sitting back having a look at that. We'll put in a few of these little flowers. A little brush. So what have we got? Got some red, some magenta. Grab some alizarin crimson and we can make some colours. So we've got red, we can put that in quite easily. Bit of cad red. I think we'll dull it with a bit of brown. So I dulled it. I just put a bit of brown in with the red just to dull it. Put in a few. Flowers there. There. Just doing little splodges, indications. Maybe a couple there, maybe a couple there as well. Who knows? Dark colour. Put in a few white ones as well, that'll be nice. Yeah, there's a little white. Maybe a couple there. Yeah, we can do that. We can maybe there as well. Put in a few here and there. Maybe some of these peach ones. Some yellow and red. A few of those there. There. What about some blue and crimson? Create sort of a purpley colour. Lighten some of those. Maybe some over here as well. They're quite nice. There we go, I've got all sorts growing down there now. It's good fun putting in like little flowers. So, just sit back, have a look at what you've done. Do you like it? Do you feel there needs to be anything more? Anything I think. Just don't want it to be too smooth. Well, it's just a personal thing. There we go. I quite like that. I quite like that. And we've got that little brush. We can really get in there. Yeah. Some subtle ones, maybe. Yeah, quite like that. It's quite a nice painting. So I think I'll call this one finished. You know me, I could keep going and going and going. I just want to put a little bird in, actually. Do I put a little bird in? I think I will. Just get a little bit of dark colour. Bit of brown and blue. I'll do. Oops. Brown and blue. Where if I was a bird, I'd want to be flying right above here, looking down. Maybe there's another one there. There's one up here as well. Yeah, it's very naturey now. I like nature. I like to be in nature. Wouldn't this be a nice view out the back garden? Be fantastic. Just put a little JB there. So thanks very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some sort of an idea of what you could do. You're thinking, oh yes, I could do something. That's what I want you to be thinking. You can do something. You can do something brilliant. I know you can. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.